Hey, I'm CDiinky. So you're probably reading the title and you're thinking, how are humans better than Pals in Palworld? Well, I'll show you in just a minute. But as you know, I'm sitting here with 760 attack damage when I'm fully buffed up. I don't even have max accessories. I should have 765 attack damage, but I'm just going to not worry about that 5 damage, you know? And I'm also getting a massive bonus when I'm sitting on Beacon. So if I jump off Beacon right now, my attack is going to go to 608. So I'm getting 145 extra damage on Beacon, as well as also getting a on shock effect. Like that shotgun shot right there just did 10,000 damage. Like that is insane. So obviously I wanted to experiment this more, and I want to see how quickly I can take out every single tower boss in the entire game. I've got a full party of Gobfins, all 4-starred, and they have Vanguard, as well as Beacon has Vanguard, so I get a 50% extra player attack damage. With Gobfins, they also increase my player attack damage. Beacon is 2-star. You can also star them up even more if you want to get even more damage, but I wouldn't really recommend wasting this much time. All you need is make sure to have Vanguard and at least 2 stars in your pal, because it's not really worth condensing 64 pals or whatever it is to get an extra maybe 10 damage or something like that. I'm not too sure of the exact numbers. So firstly, all of our stat points up to level 50 are pointed into attacks. We've got 98 skill points in our attack damage. At our base attack damage, we have 200. And then of course, the Gobfins increase our damage, and so does Beacon when we ride it. So the attack pendants give about 30 to 25 extra damage. I mean 30 for the +2 pendant. And also one big thing that you're going to need is right here called the Mozzarella cheeseburger, or you can also use, I think there's something called an Etheria Loco Mocha. You can use this as well, but if you eat it, it increases your attack damage by 20%, which is massive. So I still have the buff on right here, as you can see right now. So let's go ahead and try these bosses out. I have 2 shotguns, so I can just shoot and then switch between the 2 shotguns. Well, yeah, I'm going to be using Beacon for every single boss fight besides Victor and Shadowbeak. And in that boss fight, I'm going to be using a Chillet, also Vanguard. Chillet just because it's 1-star as well, and it's Dragon type, because Victor and Shadowbeak are extremely effective to dark damage, or dragon damage I should say. I was also thinking about doing a Van Worm, because when you ride it, it increases the player's hit points to weak damage. But this doesn't give you any extra added bonuses, so this would definitely not be the right play. Let's go ahead and try Beacon out on all of the tower bosses, shall we? I'm going to say we're going to take out every single tower boss in under maybe a minute and a half in this video. Victor and Shadowbeak might take a little bit longer, so we just ran out of our buffs. Let's rebuff ourselves up. I'm just going to go up. 2-shotter. Just that simple. 2 shotgun shots to the face and she's dead. And now as we progress, we're going to fight even harder bosses that have more HP, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. The only issue might be if our pal dies, our flying mount, but I'm not even too worried about that one right now. And Lylene, maybe 5 shots. We aren't getting any crits. We probably should be getting crits there, but like once again, it wasn't even a full shotgun. I think we took like 5 bullets. If we were a bit closer, maybe even 3. Like, this build is extremely powerful. Now for Axel and Orzerk, I just remembered that Axel is actually a electric type, so we're going to be using Chillet, just because ice damage is also super effective against him, but we're only doing dragon type damage, so it really doesn't matter. It's better for us to have a base attack damage, like, and no damage reduction. And you can just see the amount of damage we are doing. We aren't hitting any headshots, but that's fine. He's also a dragon type, so really both the mounts we have really don't do anything. And just like that, he's dead. I don't even know how long that took. We were using a pal that had reduced damage, so I mean, I kind of forgot he was dragon type as well. I thought it was ground electric, but that's my bad. We still got him in like less than 20 seconds, I believe. And we are doing all these bosses so quickly, we still have our food buff on, which is insane. I'm not too sure how long our food buff stays for. I think it's like maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm not too sure. You might have to let me know down below in the comments. But here we are, Marcus and Phalaris. Like if we hit our headshot, if we hit the headshots, we're just doing massive amounts of damage. Also the shocking is crazy. Our Beacon ran out of stamina, but that's completely fine. Like, I mean, just like that, he's just dead. It took just under 20 shotgun pellets to the face, and it's dead. That's just how strong this build is. I can't get over how strong this build is. So now we're going to Victor and Shadowbeak. Now we have our Chillet, which is going to be our extremely overpowered pal, and you're going to see how overpowered it's going to be. As when we are going to start hitting Victor and Shadowbeak, we are going to get extremely, it's like a purplish red, like headshot multiplier, which is insane. We do have a little bit of lost damage, but like you see there, the amount of damage we are doing, it's going blue. But we do need to be careful because we are a glass cannon build. So we kind of don't want to get shot. And then worst case scenario, we can just go ahead and sit with that AK. And as you can see, we are dealing 1,000 damage a single pellet. The only bad thing about this build is that it's going to be a glass cannon. And I mean, like, it really doesn't matter. If you know how to dodge correctly, these ice missiles you can't really dodge. It was a bad take right there. But you know what I mean. If you're playing a multiplayer and you want to be like the tank guy, you want to be like an RPG, you want to have an attack guy, a tank guy, a support guy, you can definitely do that. Like, I mean, just like that. That literally took a singular minute. Almost fumbled at the start, but he's dead. Just like that. And that's how you take out every single boss in under a minute in Palworld. Like, that's literally insane. And that entire cycle from me hitting record to now, it has been just under 10 minutes. So now, obviously, you can definitely do these a lot quicker if you have the perfect setup and like do everything perfect like a speedrunner. Even if you fully condense these guys to 4-star, you're going to see massive improvements of damage, especially in the later game bosses. But I mean, if you can take Victor and Shadowbeak out in a minute, why even spend another 15 hours, or maybe 10 hours I should say, to farm up a bunch of chillets just to make it an extra 10 seconds faster? Like, you don't really need to do that. But yeah, it's going to be the end of this video today, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe or even a comment. I read every single comment, as you would know.